Assalamualaikum. We are from Team 3 to present our project, the Sales and Inventory Database System. My name is Siti Nur Shazana binti Madhari, metric number 272623. Now I will act as a moderator and ask few questions to my group mate. For this project, we have Mr. Ashraf from Solar Tubes, the beauty and cosmetic business. In the interview, he stated that he wants a new system to help him manage the business smoothly. He hopes the new system can record all the sales transaction and generate receipt, because now he needs to do manual receipt if the customer requested it and record purchases from the supplier by himself. Therefore, he will be so glad if there is any user-friendly system, can use both laptop and phone, printable, and help him grow and expand the business. Besides that, she wants a system that can easily find the inventory balance, trace specific inventory balance, the sales report, purchase record, gross revenue for particular month, supplier and customer list. Therefore, let's take a look at the current system and the new system. The current system used by the company is a manual system. A manual system is a bookkeeping system in which records are kept by hand rather than using a computer system. This system have a high error rates and are significantly slower than computerized system. Therefore, manual systems are most common in small businesses with few transactions. As for the selected company, Solar Tubes, the owner only used a note application in his handphone to manually type in the record of the inventory and anything regarding the business. Therefore, as the current system used acts as a calculator to calculate the total amount of each customer purchases and does not have any database link with it, the system does not generate a report on the point of sales and at the end of the day. Thus, there is no proper guideline in making report in the store logbook, resulting in different reports being prepared each time. The simple information about the total sales of the day is determined based on the amount of money in the cashier desk does not provide any inputs for the owner to make a right decision regarding the business operation. Customers who make their purchases usually do not receive a proper receipt as referred. For the new system, as the available existing system provide limited function to the user, thus this project will contain enhanced and more flexible function to the users. The objective of this project includes to provide a function to manage goods in warehouse more efficiently. Essential functions such as add, delete, update for data management will be made available. Filing system in managing all transactions and documents that are relevant as the aid in the stock tracking routines. To automatically generate a weekly report on sales and inventory activities. To generate a receipt with a proper format for customer reference. To find supplier and customer list easily, to provide a point of sale for each day, to reduce time and cost, to control and manage inventory. That is 7 new functions for the new system that we are going to develop. Okay, for the first question, we have Mr. Ikwan. Mr. Ikwan, could you please explain how the system flowchart is going to be?
Yes, sure can, Shazana. First of all, my name is Ikwan Taki bin Azhar. My number matric is 273145. We want to see this flowchart. We must start with the purchase first by entering the purchase manually. In this flowchart, the supplier is an internal, so that is why we use that circle symbol. The supplier also receive a purchase order that contain the detail of the product that supplier want to order. Then the supplier will ship the product with the invoice that can be checked by the owner if there any mistake in delivery of the stock. As the owner has done the transaction with the supplier detail also will be saved in supplier file as reference in future. Purchase order detail also will be saved in the purchase order file.
The next question is, what is the small circle referring to?
It is on page connector. It just to avoid confusion because the flowchart is quite messy if don't use it. As the invoice is received from the supplier, the manual operation will be done by the owner. The owner can check the inventory by matching back with the invoice that can be that have been received by the supplier. If the owner want to restock, he can repeat the purchasing step.
Oh, I see. But I have never come across the zigzag line. Could you please explain it?
The zigzag line is a communication link. It is represent the transmission data from the one location to one location via communication link. In this flowchart, the communication link is through the computer operation. I may proceed to explain that the system access the inventory file and check the availability of the inventory. If inventory is available, the owner will create the invoice and send to the customer. The detail in the sale invoice will be saved in the sale invoice file. The system update the sale current balance to reflect the sale and reduce inventory by quantity of the item sold to present an accurate and current picture of the inventory on hand and available for sale. This will present in the sale order report and the inventory balance. The two reports can be reviewed by the customer, by the owner. If the customer make payment to the owner, each detail of the sale receipt will be saved in the sale receipt file. This file contains information such as receipt ID, receipt date, and receipt amount.
That's awesome, Mr. Ikwan. Thank you for your clarification. Now, let's move to another part. Ms. Poiwen, can you explain how are you going to design the entity relational of the sales and inventory database system for our client?
Good day, I'm logged in with matrix number 270651. The X entity has been created for this system, and this can be seen from the select. Entities include products, purchase order, purchase invoice, sales order, sales invoice, receipt, suppliers, and customer. In order to eliminate many-to-many relationships, two associated entities has been created, which are sales order and purchase order.
What is the component for each table and how does it look like?
For the customer tables and products table, we have created 5 attributes and 6 attributes for purchase invoice table. Next, one associated entity, which is purchase order tables, has been created and 4 attributes in this table. Products ID and purchase ID are known as both primary keys and foreign keys for this table. Next, we have created 3 attributes for the receipts table, 5 attributes for the sales invoice tables, and 6 attributes for the suppliers tables. One associate entity, which is sales order tables, and 3 attributes have been created. As a result, these are the records for each related table.
That's great. Then I have another question. How are you going to design the query?
Yep, our teams also created fields query for this database system. These are the outputs for all queries created by us before. According to the interview performed, our client has requested field actions that can be done in this system, which are the system can produce customer list, inventory balance, list of products, and numbers of products purchased, and number of products sold, purchase report, sales price, sales report, and supplier list. Our team has designed the syntax commands inputs for all these queries and set in the database. Additional records into each table will automatically updated in the query so that our clients can always refer to the queries of pages.
Thank you for your explanation, Ms. Poiwen. Lastly, we have Ms. Fatin. Ms. Fatin, can you clear up about the form and the report from the queries?
Thank you, Ms. Shazana, for the question. Now, I'm Fatin Najwa binti Muhammad Rizwan will explain detail about the forms and reports. In this inventory sale database system, we are having 6 types of forms that needed to be filled in, and then later it will generate into 10 types of reports in this system. Firstly, for the forms, there are 6 types of forms like I said before, and the first 3 is customer information, payment for supplier, and product list. These forms are related to table we have created before, so we just use the current table to create the forms. Then, for the next 3 form is purchase information, receipts, and supplier information. In this form, we also use the command button like the save button, delete, and add new record. So it will be easier for the manager to fill in the record and to delete any recorded that are wrong. Next is database report. There are 10 types of report. For the first one is customer list report. In this report, we gather all the information about the customer and then we compile it to form a report, and then the inventory balance report, so we will know the balance of the inventory in our current system. Then for the list of product report, so in this report we will know what type of product we had. Then for the purchase report, in this report there are purchase amount, price, and the purchase ID for the customer that has purchased the product. Then the number of products sold reports also needed to be reported because we will know the number of products that have been sold to the customer. Then for the number of product purchased, we had the product ID that we had purchased from the supplier, so we know how many product we have purchased in the current month. Last but not least, we have supplier list report. In this report, we have the list of supplier we are dealing, and then for the sales price report, we have price for the every product, so we will know every product total amount, and then sales report in the current month, and then the receipts report that are needed for the customer after their purchasing. That's all from me. Thank you.
Oh, that's great. Thank you, Ms. Fatin, for your explanation. Overall, after the computerized system have been used, all the problems found while using the manual system such as time-consuming, paper costs, unreliable report, duplicates issue, poor security protection, and probability of losing the book's record can be solved after using the sales and inventory database system. So, in this case, we help Solartubes designing the sales and inventory database system, so that we can help the business to reduce risks that exist in the current situation, which are they are using the manual system, which is bookkeeping record. The sales and inventory database system give an accurate image to the owner of the level of inventory on hand, product available for sale, and the alert of owner to restock, also the sale that has been done by the owner. Furthermore, the system will help to secure the data because it requires login feature and authorization username and the password. This feature will block any unauthorized person from stealing the business data. To sum up, I believe that this system will meet our client expectation in his business, which is Solartubes, a cosmetic and beauty business. Thank you.
I will do a demonstration for our system. First, the form, and this form used for insert or key in our data for the beginning. So we start first with customer information form. You can see that we must insert data for example, this one I already insert. So Ashraf Aiman, the ID is 10 and the address is Kedah. This is just for as an example only. So we press the save and then we can see that the data will be saved at the table, and this inquiry we can see queries that we can see that the data is similar, and then this will be in the queries, and then we can see that the data also will be in the customer list report. And then this report can be reviewed also by the owner. And then we move to the second part, which is payment for supplier form. This payment is related with purchase report. So we must insert, for example, I already key in this one. The ID purchase is 9004. The amount is 1000. We can save it. We can see that our report also have a print button, delete, save, add record. For add record, which means we can press it to add record, just for to show. I insert that 9005, and then just for an example, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and then we insert today date, and then like 199, and then 10005, and then this one okay, we save it, and then we can see that in the purchase report, this one purchase report, yes, I insert 9005, and then it will appear 999 ringgit. And so we also have a product list form. We insert and save, and then we can see the report in the inventory balance report, and then we can see also in the list of product report. The two report also can be seen with the inventory the queries. So you can see that it's same, and then the purchase order information form, you can see we can see the report in here, and then the receipt form, if the customer do the payment, we can save, and then we can review it in the receipt report in here. So this, for example, I already insert 90 ringgit, and then it will appear 90 ringgit, and it will appear 90 ringgit at here. And then the supplier also will also have we insert John, and here we can check that it will appear John also in here. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.